Hi folks. Well, it's been a while since I did a video here, and haven't made a whole lot of progress. A lot of it's been really slow. There's been some other things going on. I've been doing a lot of fabricating on this e-brake thing. I'll show you that a little later. So that takes a lot of time. I have spent a little time doing some more finishing in preparation for that e-brake setup. That e-brake setup is going to go in here. Sorry about the light. There's never enough light here. The e-brake setup is going to go right in this space right here. The actuator that's going to pull on the brake shoes is going to go right in this space. So what I've done on both sides is, this is kind of low right now. I should raise it. What I've done on both sides is finished off this area between the frame and the rocker moldings, rocker panels, excuse me. So that much is done. While I was fabricating and stuff, I was kind of mixing back and forth between doing these two sides. So I got this stuff, these two sides here prepped and painted. I may have to do a little touch up, you know, when I go to mount the pieces up in here. But so be it. It seems like I'm doing enough of whenever I have mounted something or put something together. It looks like I have had to deal with touch up. You see, I have this break apart because I took the old cable out, and I'm going to put the new cable in there. I've got new cables. I bought some new cables from Control Cable Incorporated in Southern California. They advertise in Street Rodder all the time. As long as I can remember, that cable advertisement's been in there, and they seem really nice to work with. The cables are reasonable, and they seem to be good quality. I think I don't know, my impression is they're a bit heavier than the stuff you get from Locar, than the actual cable itself. So you can see, I showed you this before, this part of it is done in here. I did find that I had, when I put the shackles on the springs, the rear springs, I had them facing the wrong way. They're kind of a C shape, and I had the C facing the wrong way. So they were kind of bound. They weren't going to be working. My son noticed that when you turn that shackle around, see the C now kind of faces the back. The open part of the C faces the back. I had it the other way. And when you put it up there the other way, it bottoms out on the perch up here. You can see how there's some space between the C and the perch. When you turn it around, that space is gone. The perch is right against the, the shackle is right against the perch. So when the spring flattens out and lengthens, like it's going to do on this end, it's got no place to go. So I don't know exactly what effect that would have had, but I'm glad my son noticed it because I had them backwards. So I got those reversed. I got those turned around. And like I said, I'll set this up so that I can use two hands, and then I'll show you what's going on with the e-brake thing. I'm doing my own version of that e-stop electric parking brake assembly, so that I'll have no cables going up the center part of the chassis between the two frame rails and the floor. So that whole area will be available for exhaust. There won't be any conflicts with cables, e-brake cables. Anyway, I'll set that up and add that, include that with this video. Okay, here's the what I'm doing here and what I'm fabricating for the e-brake system. You see, this is going to get cut in half. I don't know exactly the length of each piece. There's two of these, one for each side of the car, a left and a right. So what I did is I started with a piece of box tubing, and I cut the top of it off to make a C channel. And so this is going to be roughly the size of each side. I'm going to cut this. Once I put the cable's going to go in this end and towards the actuator. And once I decide how long this needs to be, I'll cut these. So right now, like I said, I just made the ends and I made the fastener pieces. and the channel itself. And once it's all installed, then I'll make a cover for each one. But anyway, this is what it's going to do. You see. So when you put the you need to put the parking brake on. These will be extended. They have a 2-inch travel. Each actuator is a 2-inch travel. So while you're driving, they'll be extended like this. And when you park, you'll push the button. See, I got one of these guys. It's double pull, double throw, so it reverses the polarity. So when you park, you'll push the button, and they'll pull the cables and set the parking brake. Obviously, I don't need that much travel to set the brake. So what I'm doing is I'm making these clevises so that the actuator will slide that much before it actually starts pulling the cable. I don't need 2 inches of travel. I need roughly 3/4 of an inch of travel on the cable. So I made the slot here, and then I can adjust there's a bolt on the end of the cable that I can adjust to, so to get the right amount of pull on the cable. So I'm making 2 clevises to go on the ends of these actuators. And like I said, the cable will bolt on this, and then the pin will go through here and slide on the slot, in the slot there, where for the amount of stroke that I don't need the cable to move. Anyway, that's the plan. That's what I've been doing lately. I'll show you more of that as it progresses. Obviously, I have the cables. Well, I have one of them right now. There's the cables. So obviously this end is going to go in here like this towards the actuator. So I had 2 of these. They sent me 2 of these. One of them, the jacket got damaged in shipping, so they're making me another one. But anyway, that's what's going on here. More later. Thanks for watching. Bye.